Hey guys, Mrhappy here, and welcome to my video about Final Fantasy XIV's lore. This video we will discuss the Primals, also known as the Acons. This is a slur term that the Garleans and people with a general distaste for the Primals use. Now, what are the Primals? The Primals are magical beings that are summoned by the different beast tribes in Eorzea. They weren't always able to be summoned, however, and in fact they were released 15 years prior to the events in A Realm Reborn, when the dragons fought a fearsome battle against the Garleans. The dragon known as Midgardsamr crashed a Garlean airship into Silvertear Lake and broke its seal over them. This allowed the Primals to disperse across the world and eventually be summoned by their beast tribes. Now, to summon a single Primal, you need a lot of things in place. First, the race's people must be in peril. Whether they face extinction or famine, they need to be having a bad time in order for them to garnish enough power to summon a Primal. Next, a large amount of crystals and shards must be acquired of the same element of the Primal. For example, for Ifrit, fire crystals and shards are required. And finally, in order to maintain their presence and increase their power, human sacrifices must be made. Human meaning the 5 main races, not just humans. Elazins, Lalafels, Rugadins, and Makotes all count as human. Now, what do the Beastmen use the Primals for? Well, they use the Primals for however they best see fit, really. Whether that's protection or to fight the Garleans or city-states, they're just trying to stay alive with the use of their Primals. So, why is that such a threat? Why is the Beastmen defending themselves such a threat to everybody else? Well, it's because Primals feed off of what is known as Aether, which is the blood of the world. This means that their presence in Eorzea causes disruption to the Aether flux over Silvertear Falls and Mordona. They are sucking the Aether out of the world. If not destroyed, their presence will slowly destroy Eorzea. So, Luswa, leader of the Circle of Knowing back in 1.0, was head of defeating them and was successful for the most part for the ones that actually were summoned. The Primals, however, are returning in 2.0 due to the impending attacks from the Garlean Empire as well as some other dark forces that are in play. So all of these Primals are classic Final Fantasy summons, so I'm going to go through them real quick. Ifrit was the Primal of the Amalj'aa. Garuda was the Primal of the Ixal, and she has an interesting backstory. It's actually said she battled the Lord of the Snakes to save the world at some point to prevent all of the races from being bound, but had to feast on his carcass afterwards in order to survive. This left her with an insatiable bloodthirst for landbound mortals, causing her to be a bit more evil than she used to be. Titan is the Primal of the Kobolds. Leviathan is the Primal of the Sahagin. The good king Amalj'aa the 12th is the Primal of the Mughals, and he has an interesting backstory too because he was actually once a good king. He actually led the Mughals to Eorzea from Mughal heaven, though he could not make the trip himself. They were in the midst of a war and he needed to save his people. However, he was unable to make the trip and the Mughals have been trying to summon him ever since. When he finally was summoned by the Mughals, however, the good king became obsessed with obtaining more power and followers, so he eventually became a threat to the people of Eorzea. Ramuh is the Primal of the Selfs. Shiva is the Primal of an unknown beast tribe to the north. However, it is likely these beastmen who were featured in the Eorzea Collection 2013 S video at time 111 in case you want to go check the video out yourself. Next, you have the Elder Primals, which are Odin and Bahamut. Odin is just a roaming Elder Primal. It said that he is looking for a good fight, really, nothing more. And Bahamut is the Elder Primal of the Dragons, who was sealed in Dalamud in 1.0. However, after being released, he was enveloped by a white light not too long after and has not been seen since. So we're not exactly sure what happened to that guy. And final thing I want to make a mention of, since I'm already talking about the Primals, are Eggies. Eggies are smaller versions of the Primals used by summoners to their own means. Now, the reason why summoners can probably only summon Eggies is due to the amount of resources and the procedure involved into summoning a real Primal. It seems that it just might be too much for one person to handle. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little lore video about the Primals and the Eggies and the summoners of Final Fantasy XIV. If you did, please like, favorite, subscribe, and share. Also, feel free to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch in case you want to enjoy me streaming a few RPGs as well as 14 in the future. Also, if you like my YouTube channel, if you like what I do, feel free to donate in the description below. You can donate and that'll help me get new equipment so I can make better videos and stream better for you guys in the future. Also, if you like donating to charity, there's a charity foundation, the Save the Children Foundation, through gamingforgood.net. You can donate and buy video games at the same time. It's a pretty cool deal. If you need any details, feel free to send me a message on YouTube. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, take care.